Hey, everybody. I think we're live.
Hello.
Hello, YouTube land.
If you guys have trouble discerning between who's here, let me just say this is Carrie, the paper monkey. And then Angela has also been kind enough to join us. But then there's another somebody who sounds a lot like me.
Hello. It's Leslie, aka Favorite Daughter.
Finally, we get to meet you.
I'm so happy y'all are all here. Denise and Stephanie and Angie. Thank y'all so much, guys.
Yeah, hello.
I'm already seeing all kind of goodness on Angela's table right here.
Well, I had to do some scrounging through my things to find some stuff I have, but we're gonna have a good time.
Look, Terry McMouse mom.
Hi, Terry.
And Veronica.
Hello, Veronica. Denise Gardner.
Denise Gardner was the first person in the chat, by the way.
Yes, she was. I hope y'all have had a great weekend. I have. I started on, well, actually, Leslie, let's tell them what we did yesterday. Leslie actually came to visit yesterday.
Oh, yes. We made some beaded keychains and some beaded pins, and then I made some crafts for some of my coworkers. I just used my mom for her craft supplies, basically.
Well, God knows we have plenty. We have plenty.
But we, if you want to see any of those things, I think, Mom, did you list those on Maker's Market?
Did. I listed all of them on Maker's Market.
Yay.
I sure did.
Oh, I loved your little Whitman book and the bag. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Carol, Lily, Rose Blue. Yes, those, listen, those are so much fun. Angela, I don't know if you want to do a live with the cinch machine, but you got to break out your cinch. It's fun.
And I have all those Whitmans that I got, and
I know.
Well, when Carrie and I talk, usually, here's the thing. I have a to-do list. Now I have a to-do list. She sent me a book so I can keep. It's my Carrie book, like a boss, and she bosses me around, tells me what to do, and I just write it in the book, and then I do it. So it's in my book, which happens to be a cinch book.
Yeah.
My mom's been using the heck out of her cinch machine lately.
I just think
of the mini, Mom, or of the big one you think you've been using more?
The mini one I've been using more because Leslie actually has some friends of hers who go to another church, right, Leslie?
And no, ma'am. They go to my church.
Oh, it's just a different retreat?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's another retreat that I'm going to be making a big order for, so.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I bought my big cinch, it might be now 2 years, maybe a year ago. I lose track of time. At a thrift store, in the box, never opened. It still has not been opened, Leslie. And then during the most recent Hobby Lobby clearance, of course, your mom has a video saying, "Oh, I got the little mini cinch and it's great." So I go to Hobby Lobby, I break down, and I go in there and I only buy like 3 or 4 things. But the one thing they had that I didn't buy was that mini cinch. Now I'm kicking myself, but maybe
I found that up here where I'm at for her because she couldn't find it in any of her local Hobby Lobbies.
Yeah, that's what she said. Well, I didn't pick it up.
Okay, Angela. Angela gave us a supply list, and it wasn't like mandatory. So I just pulled out what I had.
I'm frozen on my YouTube screen here, so I can't see if you can see this. But
are you?
Well, you're not in StreamYard. You're still.
No, I went off because I can't see the comments if I'm not and I don't want to mess up the. But here, you know what, Angela? You know what I need to do?
Do I need to share with you or something?
No, I just need to refresh. I need to go out of
the
video, which is a good advice for all of us. If you think that you're in the if you're not like caught up in the most accurate spot, you can just X out of the video or out of the live and come right back. Now I'm good.
Good deal.
Yeah. So yeah, did you post that list somewhere, Carrie?
I did. I posted it in the description.
Perfect. Well, like I said, this is just stuff I started writing down when Carrie told me that I was going to be doing this with her. She said, I thought, well, gosh, I better get some things out. It's been a while since I've done alcohol ink. So what I did is I just put together a bunch of things that you might want to have. The only thing that you really need that is necessary, obviously, alcohol and alcohol inks. And I usually use I think it's 99 or something percent, or not, I don't know. It's higher than this. But anything above 91 works.
Okay.
You only need alcohol, you need alcohol inks, and anything that is non-porous. So now I'm going to tell you my secret. When I gave this to Carrie, she goes, well, it's a good thing I don't need all these things because I don't know what Yupo is. And Yupo is kind of like it's a plasticky, very expensive type of material that does the very same thing that my cheap, go to your thrift store and purchase a pack of the glossy photo paper that nobody uses anymore.
Right.
Which looks like
Got it. So, Angela was nice enough to send me some. Got it.
Yeah, so that's all you really need. Okay. Super, super easy. I'm doing something with my computer while I'm talking to you to make sure I'm. Oh, that's why I'm not on Wi-Fi on my iPad. So really, you just need something porous. Now, Carrie sent me, these are actually the Tim Holtz pieces, right? This is
yes, this is some kind of transparent, and then there's a black one. I don't understand the black opaque matte.
Yeah, well, I haven't played with this, so we're going to play with it today. But
okay,
but it is kind of a plasticky feel to it, isn't it, Carrie?
Yes.
Now, Angela, that black paper I missed that. I'm sorry. It's like a photo paper. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, this is just photo paper, Leslie. Okay. People donate these all the time at the thrift store. So just use that. This is an HP. You can use matte. And I do have some matte here. I think I got that out when I was doing it. But for example, if you have old transparency film, you can use that instead of this.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the alternative would be to this. I don't know. But I guess my point is, ladies, is that you don't have to have expensive things to do alcohol inks. And I pulled out some vellum. I don't know. We can play a little bit with that. I have some coasters. I thought I could show you how to do that.
I know. I was interested in the coasters and seeing what we're going to do. Hey, Carla Frizzell.
So yeah, anything that's non-porous. What happened to all my extra? Oh, they're right here.
Oh, what about those paper protectors? Do you think that would work?
Yeah, well,
I think that's on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is why does that keep stopping?
I'm sorry, I'm not crafty at all for everybody in the chat.
No,
so
oh, look how cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is one that is, let's see if I can pull a piece of paper.
Oh, that's one of those divided ones.
Yeah, so I actually did this one when I pulled out all the things that I had. Here's what it looks like with the white background in it. And I thought, I think we could do something with those. Cut them up, make them into something. I don't know what that's going to be. But I mean, you guys, this is just so basic that, and I'll tell you, working with alcohol inks is extremely cathartic. Like you'll be addicted to it. I will also tell you before we start, if you don't like to get dirty, then you might want to wear gloves.
Well, I've got some gloves. I'll
there you
put
go.
just in case.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
then you said like deli paper, right? Or like
I got deli paper out. I got what else did I get? Some glassine, I think. I got all kinds of just mishmash of things. So
let me Stephanie, I'm gonna make Angela bigger. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can. Yes. Okay.
All right, cool. So I'll just show you some of the things that I had in my stash. This, I'm pretty sure, this one I did, and this one I just was like, you know, tapping. This is like my leftover.
Oh, wow. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can get just really cool results. This is a piece of, here, let me put it under that paper again.
Neat.
This is a piece of that, just all it is just transparency film. But then on this one, I used a stencil over it. So just on that side. So I do have some stencils out. We can play with those. Here's a couple of the coasters.
Wow.
I think that looks like the world.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I don't know what I just was experimenting with things a long time ago. But then here's some that I just had as bases. Like, let's just see what happens. This one is, I said something round, something for you to make circle shapes. So that this was, I think, I'm sure I used like a top of a paint thing or something like that. This is a leftover one. So if I had some on my dauber or whatever it was, or if it dripped, that's leftover. So
cool.
This one. But I'm going to show you guys, we're just going to go real basic, and I'll just show you some of the things that you can do. I know you can't see that probably.
No, I can.
There is an ink, or there was a stamp that I used. Now, I'll tell you, when you see this, you're going to be like, well, no wonder it's not working. I'm pretty sure I bought this alcohol lifting.
Oh.
I'm sure it came in like a bundle of like stamps and inks, but look at somebody really, can you believe even? So it's had, and I was going to buy a new pad, like a brand new one. It's the only one I've ever owned. So it doesn't work very well, but maybe we'll play with it.
So is that what you use to pull the ink up?
Yeah, so you're lifting it off, but it is not working very well.
Yeah, okay.
The other thing that
you can... Carol at a crinkle path.
Hello, Carol. The other thing that you can use is like this is just a little tile. So anything that's non-porous, like if you want to put your alcohol inks here and then, take your paper and smush it and do things like that, you can do that.
So I'll need some like copy paper or just whatever paper, right?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you should have. You could use the envelopes that came with your.
Oh yeah.
With your photo paper, if you want. But
because those are like watercolor paper.
Yeah, those should be kind of fun. I don't know. I've got mine over here too. But here's one that actually, that one turned out pretty good.
Oh, neat.
With the lift. And that's just a stamp over it. Here's another one. And I have one of those Tim Holtz. I have it over here. The tonic. I don't know what you call it, but the stamp plate where you can lay it down and then stamp it and then ink it more and stamp it. So when you do things like this, it kind of makes it nice because you can keep doing it over and over. This one I embossed.
I'm gonna I pulled some of that like resume paper.
Yep,
you know how it has like a little, it's not embossed, but it feels.
That is beautiful. That embossed.
Yeah, so I did just that
That is
simple design. I'll show you
gorgeous.
guys, and then I just stuck it through the embossing, in an embossing folder. This one looks, I know you can't probably see the design, but it reminds me of like a tin ceiling, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then this one was a leftover, and I have a stamp,
Oh,
some
look at
stamps of
that.
paper dolls. So you can kind of see the lines in it from the stamp. And then I just cut it out and put her on a
Mhm.
1970. She's the
Yeah,
only one.
because Miss Angela, don't you do like a did I see in one of your videos where you do like books with people like seated in the chairs? Is that your videos?
Oh yeah, I call it chroma collage, and
That's right.
yeah, just the funny. I love those.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is really neat.
and this one I just think is fun because you can,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to have a stamp to do that. You could easily just cut this out, and then, you could use your markers and such. But then here's one. This is on watercolor paper, and then
Oh,
after I
that's
just had a bunch of
beautiful.
blobs, then I made it into the little kind of butterflies and
Mm-hmm.
flowers. This is on a piece of wallpaper. This was also the leftover piece. So I mean, you can use it on all kinds of things. Here's just a couple. This is masking, which my masking tape must have been really sticky because it's not very good. And then here's just a couple of those. This was on matte photo
Oh,
paper,
neat.
and then I just cut it out.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So yeah, and you can tell the difference. I mean, they still look a little
Mm-hmm.
shiny probably to you, but compared to, this one, which is shiny,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, you can really tell the difference there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got lots of options. Um, so you ready to do this? So what?
I'm ready when you're ready.
All right. So
Yeah,
tell me.
everybody's saying they love the embossed, like the inking and then the embossing on top of it. It's beautiful.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I am no pro at my friend uh, Celeste, or our friend Celeste at Woodland Inspired. She is fabulous at embossing and die
You
cutting.
know what I call Celeste? Celeste is the queen of the embossing machine.
She is absolutely.
That is exactly what I call her.
There is no doubt about it. But I'm just going to tell you we're going to start with, you don't have anything except some alcohol, some embossing,
Mm-hmm.
not embossing. Oh my gosh, alcohol, inks, and that's just about all you got. So
Okay.
what I grabbed instead of, because I have like, the fancy, I have this that's the blending tool, and the little things that go on here.
Oh, I have some of those. I got them
Yeah.
on clearance.
And this, one's for blending solution, one's for, doing different things. You don't need these. Like if you don't have them, you don't have to. So I just grabbed out of my bathroom just some cotton balls.
Oh, look. Okay.
And I grabbed some, whatever these are called, little clean your face pads.
Yeah, the swabs.
Yeah.
Facial swabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're going like alcohol inking for beginners.
That's right. Yeah. So if you have not done this before, this is the easiest way to.
Meg at Chasing Retro just joined us, and Meg, you perfect timing.
Awesome.
She says, "I am here to learn. Have always been afraid of alcohol inks."
Yeah. The only thing that I would say is, if you don't like to get dirty, wear your gloves. But I'm taking one for the team today, friends. Here's the other thing that is really nice to have, is a straw.
Okay. I didn't have one.
So a straw is your basic. This is what I have. It moves your.
Oh, okay.
It moves your, or you can blow on it. I mean, use your own hot.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about all that extra stuff. So always there are alternatives. Now I will tell you, I don't have a ton of alcohol ink colors.
Mm-hmm.
From our friend Timmy. But I do have some additional ones that I've had for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And whoops, I'm spilling stuff all over. So see, I've got a lot of dark colors, like the latte and charcoal and caramel. So we've got a lot of those. I don't have a lot of bright ones. But I do
Okay.
have this little cheapy box that I bought, I believe, for something else. It was not it was not to do what we're doing today. But I think I might have used it with resin or mica, I don't know, mica sprays, I don't know. It's hard telling with me. But at any rate, these I have a lot of colors in. And so there's even white and, hot pink. So I'm going to use a little bit of both of these just so we have a nice little variety.
Okay.
And the first thing that you can do, we'll just use the Ranger ones here, is just take your, whoa, you guys can see okay. Just take your alcohol ink and just literally.
Just really? Okay.
And you can
Now,
shake
Angela, it looks like on my alcohol inks, they've been, I guess you need to shake them up because there's looks like sediment at the bottom.
Is there? Because
yeah, it
that's
looks
weird.
like it.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've never had that happen, but do that if you think you need to.
Okay.
Generally,
and so we're just using photo paper, right?
That's all I got is just a piece of photo paper from the
all right, got it,
thrift store. And these are dye based, so usually what happens is that the dye actually will just dissolve into the liquid.
Okay.
So you shouldn't have to do that. I'm not sure.
Veronica Wilson says, "Are they the pearls?"
I have the pearls.
Oh,
okay, maybe that's why.
There you go.
Oh, thanks, Veronica.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any pearl. I don't think I do. I have this stuff that's metallic, but I believe this seed like this. Is that what it looked like?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this is called metallic pigment. I did bring this out, but I think this is not a Tim Holtz. We're just going to throw some on there. But if I'm not mistaken, this is what you use with resin.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably not going to stick. Yeah, I don't think it's going to stick to this photo paper. It's different.
I have some that are called alloy. Like they're a gold and a silver. They're not called metallic, but they're called alloy, and you can tell it's like gilded almost.
These.
Yes, those. Yes.
Yeah, I have rose and sterling, and they
Can we mix that with the pearls or no?
Well, guess what? We're going to find out.
Okay, let's do it.
So, I mean, you can just keep adding and adding and having a good time with it until you get what you want. You can also, this is going to get loud for a second, because I did grab my heat tool.
Okay.
And what you can do, what's a good idea, so that you don't warp your mat like I did a while ago. I like that alloy in there. Is you can put it on something, on your pile or whatever you've got. And you can also move the ink this way too.
Okay. Can I move it with the blending tool?
You can, but for right now, all we're doing is dots.
Okay. So what do I need to move it with? Like, do I have need my heating tool?
You don't need it, no. But I'm just giving you options that you can use.
Gotcha.
You can just move it with a straw or blow it, whatever you want.
Just however you can get it moved around.
Get it moved around. Now, for example, if let's just say that you want it to move more, the cool part about this is that alcohol ink is reactivated by more alcohol. Therefore, that's why you want something that's 91% or more. Isopor, whatever you call that.
Okay.
Alcohol. I can't say that word. I never have used it. So you can just, if you have a spray bottle, this has alcohol.
Yes.
I have a couple of things that I use. I have this little container. It has alcohol in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a pipette or anything that will, suck this up. And so you can reactivate this if you see.
Okay.
Or you can spray it. Do you see how it now?
Yeah, so see, I was wondering, it's not that I didn't believe you, Angela. I did believe you, but I didn't have 91% alcohol. I had 70% and it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to be that higher content.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
So now I can just keep adding to it, or if I wanted a piece where I'm just going to set this aside because there's one way you just drip things on there, and you can just keep adding and adding and adding and as much as you want. The other thing that you can do, back to let's just use our cotton balls because that's all we got right now. Is you can remember we don't have all the fancy stuff. We're just starting out. We don't even know if we're going to like this, so.
Okay.
We're just going to experiment. This is what I did. I didn't have all of this stuff. So just take your cotton ball. And, of course, I probably picked the wrong color. And put a bunch on your cotton ball. And this stuff lasts forever. Like, I've had all of these alcohol inks for a very long time.
Oh, okay.
But look how beautiful that goes on there.
Oh, look. That's from a cotton ball?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I don't even have any. Dang it.
I
don't have any out here.
And you can take your Q-tip.
Watch, this is what I've been doing. I'm gonna put myself.
Put yourself up there
on here. See, here's mine. I was using a Q-tip.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to my dots fast enough, so they dried pretty quick.
But they'll reactivate. It's okay.
Right. If you have the right alcohol.
So do you still not have the 90?
No, I only have 70%. See, I have the spray bottle, but just the 70%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's an important note. Yeah, make sure you do that. So like
91% out.
Yeah. So let's find a bright orange in here. I should have got all these out because before. Here's an orange. How does that work that it was the first one I actually got?
I wonder could you do that same thing that you're using the cotton ball for with Kleenex?
You could. I bet you could even use paper towels.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, give it a go.
I got it. Let me try that.
And then
we'll try.
But the beauty of this is that see how fast that red is. One would probably think, oh my gosh, if I put that now right next to the red, that's going to be a mess. And it's already dry. So it's very forgiving, if you will. I'm looking for dressed in yellow. She said hello. I can't, ladies, I can't see the comments for some reason. When I try to pull up YouTube, it won't come up. So if I'm missing anything, I apologize.
Okay. So everybody is just saying hello. Wilhelmina is here. Cooley Craft Corner. Janet Birdsall.
Hey, Janet. Janet, I sent you an email about those books.
Hey, Sierra.
Debbie DePaul is here.
Hi, Debbie.
Veronica Wilson.
Hey, Veronica. Now here's the thing about these alcohol inks that I got. I'm pretty sure they were not made in America. Well, I'm pretty sure. I know they were not made in America. And so some of them have kind of weird names. Like, it might say orange, but it really looks like it's yellow. So you kind of got to search a little bit.
I don't like the paper towel because I feel like you're using more than you need.
Yeah.
It's sucking it up too much.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're wasting it.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful, and it's true, Angela. Once you put it down, it dries.
Yeah.
Bex is here, y'all. Black
Hi,
Whisper
Bex.
Crafts.
Hey, Bex.
She's working, she says, so she's lurking.
Okay, little lurker.
So yeah, this is just the stripe, you know. We just keep going, and we could do our whole rainbow of colors.
Yeah.
Roy G. Biv it up. And I'm being stingy, so I'm using the same. I mean, I'm a risk taker like that, you know, girl.
Envy.
But so I'm using the same cotton ball, but you know, you could see that green.
Yeah.
That doesn't look green, does it? You could tear it apart too. I mean, it's here's another green. But then you can always go back. Whoa.
Well, that's pretty, Angela. Is that 2 different yellows that you used?
So this one said it's green. That does not green. I'm like, see what I'm saying? It was not made with. There you go. There we go. Now that's looking more. And you can take your cotton ball and you can put a little bit of alcohol on that to make it a little thinner if you need it to. So you have that option too.
Mama, a lady in the chat says, how about pieces of white cotton or flannel fabric that you can use again in other projects once the ink dries? You could try that so you're not wasting the ink as much.
Yes, I think that's a good idea, Stephanie.
You just don't have any handy right now?
I do have some flannel. Let me grab some.
I was like, come on now, Leslie. We're talking about the girl who has fabric out.
No, we were making bracelets and stuff yesterday, and I wanted to make this one specific bracelet with this one saying on it. And I said, okay, well, you know what am I going to put it on? And she was like, are you kidding me? What are you going to put it on? And she whips out this like foot by foot by foot box of cut fabric strips. I'm like, okay, well, we got something to put it on.
Never fear, I'm here. I think, my kids are the same way. They come downstairs, and I think sometimes they come to me before they come to Dave, like, hey, I need this. I'm working on this project. Do you have something to work? Well, of course I do. They're like, that's amazing.
Well, I think that's just a mom thing too, you know?
Yeah. See, now that's supposed to be purple.
Oh, well, that blue is beautiful.
Yeah, the blue is really purple, but that looks red to me.
Mom, yours looks like watercolor.
It does. It looks really pretty.
It's pretty. It's really pretty.
Yeah, so that's
Carol says fabric hoarding to the rescue.
Yes, exactly, Carol. That's exactly right.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go for the violet. This is there's a reason. You never know, right, ladies? You never know when your child might need
flannel, but it is close. It is a real soft cotton. So I'm going to try that. Put this off to the side and get another.
But we can make it look pretty here. There we go. Those who know me know I don't like to get my hands all nasty, dirty, but can you believe I'm doing this without gloves?
No.
I know, but the thing is a little anti-bac, it usually tends to get it right off there. Okay, so the other thing that you can do with your cotton balls, so there's one technique. You can also then come back in and you could spritz it, and then you can take your cotton ball and move it around. I mean, it's so pretty, I don't want to mess with it. You can also take your pipette, and then you can just kind of put some dots where it's going to just kind of... Oh, that was a big one. Just kind of move it around, and now you're going to get different fades. I don't know. You can kind of see it in the red. Now, I haven't tried to do any really, really intricate things, like, maybe make a bouquet of flowers or something, I've just kind of put my inks on the page and then made things out of it.
Uh-huh.
You kind of get it. I mean, now it doesn't look, to me, it doesn't look nearly as pretty, but at least you guys see the technique. But you can. I mean, you can really get very, very artistic and creative. Start with the center of the flower and work your way around it. And
so look what you can do. You can actually use your cotton swab as like a little pin.
yes, yep.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Right.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? And you're just putting yours right on the actual swab itself.
Yeah, on the actual swab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can put it on. You can put a bunch of. I'm really digging the silver and the rose gold. So let's just try it this way. What color shall we do, friends? Give me a color.
Yeah,
I don't know that
colors.
it's really going to be the color that it says, but we'll find out.
Let's pick colors.
You have to let me know. What's the vote?
Who wants to pick a color? Somebody drop it in the comments.
Hopefully it's one we have, right?
Yeah.
Or one that's labeled at least.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Well, you can't use black. What if we did black and silver?
Well, that's what I was just going to suggest, black and rose gold.
Okay, that's it. Let me shake this over here.
Oh, Stephanie says yellow, pink, and orange.
Yellow, pink,
My
and
favorite
orange.
colors. I'll never say no to that.
Yep, your faves, Angela.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to do this one, and then we'll do yellow, pink, and... So that's the rose gold. And here's some black. Oh, ruby. I don't know what she's talking about. Let's see what happens. Now, I'm not going to do anything except for stick this right down on here, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, did you just lay that on your little tile and then you're picking it up with the photo paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's pretty cool.
I want to try. This is that Tim Holtz thing, that piece of plastic.
Yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's love beautiful. This. Leslie, good idea. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this in half because I think I kind of want to leave that. I like it like that, and I don't want to mess it up. So I think I'm going to cut this one, and I want to kind of reactivate this and see what happens if I spray this. If it's going to be muddy or if it's going to be pretty. Ooh, look at that.
On the tile, yeah, that's pretty.
Ooh.
Now, Angela, will the inks dry up in the bottle if you don't recap them? Like, can I just leave them uncapped right now?
Oh, yeah, you're fine right now. I mean,
okay.
Like I said, oh my goodness, that is pretty. I've had mine forever, and with no problems whatsoever. Does
it seem like the metallics are a little more potent or powerful inks than the others?
It sure looks like they are.
That was a question from somebody in the comments.
It looks as though they're more...
Stephanie. Leslie, that's Stephanie.
Stephanie, yes, ma'am.
It looks like they're more rich.
Yes. Like more pigmentation in those.
Yes, yes. But how cool is that? Now we've got... So look, this was the second round that was on, and there's the first.
That is beautiful.
This really looks like marbling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Well, let's try Stephanie's color combo. And instead of doing it on here... Ooh, that one got dirty. Let's do it with... Let's dab. Let's do a little dab. Let's see. We got coral, peach. We got orange. Like here. This one says peach. Does that look peach to you? No, it does not. And where's the yellow at? Well, there's another orange. This says lemon. So I'm going to start with the lighter colors. What are you doing over there, Carrie?
I am using that piece of plastic, and I just dropped 3 different colors, and then I took a small paintbrush and swabbed them around. Now I'm going to put an envelope on top and lift it.
I said I was going to dab, and then I ended up sticking this on there, but we'll see if I can rectify it. Well, here, we can do it. We can fix it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I really like the, I like to use the clear acetate. Because I think it's pretty too, to make shaker cards or, you know, to put as an overlay and then sew on it.
Like I think this is interesting.
Yeah, that is.
I do.
So you can use, sometimes I think you get a little more control. Like, for example, if I wanted to turn this into a flower, I could kind of make it the shape of a flower, right?
Oh, yeah.
And let's see. Let's see if I can find one that's really pink. Here's one.
I would be interested to know in the comments, you guys drop a comment if you have used the alcohol inks.
There are seriously like thousands of things that you can do with it. Obviously, I've used a lot of pink. Just tons of different techniques you can use. And
Denise Gardner has.
I'd like to hear what techniques that you guys have tried, because maybe there's some that we haven't tried, and I think it'd
Stephanie
be fun.
has not tried any yet.
Yeah.
Holy Craft Corner says, good, love those colors, Carrie.
Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah, they're really
What
pretty.
did you use there, Mom? In that one?
So on this one, they're all alcohol pearls. Tranquil.
Okay.
And well, I'm sorry, this is the gilded alloy. And then where's the other one? Oh, the silver.
You're very bougie.
Sterling alloy.
All I have is those 2 alloys, but can you show another one of the pearls? Because
yes. Which color?
Carol Johnson has used alcohol inks. Chasing Retro is Meg, and she says she has one color gold and it has remained unopened. LOL.
Well, what are you waiting for, girl? Go grab it.
Come on. Let's go, girl.
But it's really one of those things, like when I talk about all of it, sometimes you just need a little meditation, just throw caution to the wind, mindfulness time. This is one of those things that is so relaxing. And, ooh, we got a little purple in there. That's fine.
I'm going to get a new one, and I'm going to tell me a color on the pearls that you want, because I got all these on sale, so that's the only reason I have a bunch of them. Is there a color combo that y'all are looking for?
Oh, Carol Johnson says, I used them on clear glass ornaments and they turned out great. I bet they did.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the other thing. That's a good point, Carol. That you can use these on almost any non-porous surface. So, you know, if I wanted to not wipe this off of here and keep it, I can make a design on this and then I can seal it. So if you, you can just use like a Krylon sealer and it works brilliantly. So you've got lots of options.
Mm-hmm. Debbie DePaul says she bought a bunch at Hobby Lobby when they were on clearance, but hasn't used them. Oh, Mom, this Miss Denise Gardner says she put hers in a spray bottle and spritz. She also likes to use stencils to lift off color. You know what I bet that is, Mom? Remember that TikTok that I sent you?
Yeah.
I bet that's what it
I
was.
bet it was.
I really like the stencils, Denise. I agree with you. That's
Oh,
fun.
Carol at A Crinkle Path says, yes, we made coasters on tile, family art projects at our reunion. I've used them for paper dyeing spray. Too diluted in the technique I used. I want to try again.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Okay.
Ooh.
I bet the paper dyeing, if it wasn't too diluted, would be really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, you need to send Carol that TikTok I sent you.
I know. I need to send it. Send it.
What metal are those? All pearls, Mom,
These
that
are
you're
all
putting on there?
all of
Okay.
pearls. I want to mix them, but then I don't.
Denise Gardner says, I love the alloys on my paper dyeing. Okay.
Yeah, I bet that's pretty.
Denise Gardner's been holding out on us. I hear she can make a journal like in an hour.
She's pretty talented.
Mm-hmm. Takes me 27 days.
Oh, girls. I was I say reorganizing all the time, but I was trying to make some space on my shelf, so I was trying to like move things here and there, and apparently at one time I had all of these projects, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to put them right here, right in front of me on this shelf.
Mom, that before you did that with your paintbrush, it looked like a mountain.
Oh, it did.
Uh-huh.
So Carrie, try to let it. Okay, let me grab a piece when you're done with that one,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and try this. I'm curious with your not as concentrated alcohol if it will work.
Okay.
So let me just grab a piece here.
Yeah, Denise, your secret is out that you're fast.
Yeah, and hold your paper upward like this, and then just let your like a drip painting.
Like a new piece of paper or the one I was
new
using?
piece. I don't want it. That one's cool like it is. Yeah.
All right. Got it.
This is where we throw caution to the wind. There's no waste in this. We just keep using all the pages.
All right.
And then just keep doing that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
With your different colors, and then we're gonna use your alcohol and see if it will dilute it when you're kind of.
Okay.
I'm loving this silver and the rose gold. So then you can get it.
Angela, everybody's really liking your color combinations.
Well, thank you. I don't have I don't have tons of options over here. I don't have the bougie pearl ones like Miss Carrie has.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
Oh, Carol says you got to put it on, let it do its thing. Trust you don't have to manipulate it much.
That's very true. Although
trust the process.
Although I have to tell you that I like to mess with it even though it's not done. Which does that surprise anybody? Probably not. I'm like, ooh, what will happen if I do this? See, it's just so relaxing to watch. These are the kind of projects my kids like to do, even though, you know, they too are adults, Leslie, that they're like, ooh, I want to try that. Kind of like making wax seals. That's their jam. They're like, oh, I'll do that.
Yeah, my mom, we don't, I mean, of course, we don't live in the same town anymore, but I'm not crafty, but when we made jewelry yesterday, I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
I just am not a very creative person. I lean much more analytical than creative.
Well, everybody's creative, but in different ways, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's nice if, and if you're not someone that says, oh, I think I'm just going to whip this up, that you can get an idea and follow a direction and have some fun doing it. So,
Right.
This kind of looks like crap.
I like it.
Oh, Lily Rose Blue Carol Johnson says, I did that drip technique on one of those white pumpkins from the craft store, and it is so cool. Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
I bet that's pretty.
So what do you want me to do next, Angela?
Well, I want you to try to use some of your
spray.
Or if you have a drippy, yeah. Or it might work better. Do you have a little dropper?
I don't have a dropper.
Okay.
Just spray it and see what happens.
Yeah, spray it. I just wonder if gravity helps it at all, spread that. I mean, it does if you've got the stronger one. I just am curious.
It does a little bit, but it's not.
The alcohol potency is not high enough.
Yeah, when you put this alcohol on this silver, it like bubbles.
Yeah.
Now, see,
what time's the Dollar General close?
Well, I don't know.
I think 8 o'clock.
Does Dollar General have the stronger one?
I think you may have to go to Walmart.
Oh, you think?
I'm kind of thinking maybe, yeah.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm looking on the website.
Carrie's going to have to call in with a mental health day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't tell my work family where I'm at, but.
Right. Let's do some.
Oh, Mom, they may have it in their Rexall brand.
Oh, interesting.
There you go. I think we should try. Oh, here, I've got this one. This is probably not going to work because this tape I have, it says that it is low tack. It's what you use. It's painter's tape, but it's purple. I use it in my die cut machine. Probably because Celeste told me to, so I went and bought it. But when I used this on this photo paper before, it kind of ripped it off, but we're going to try it and see. I'm going to just go over this so we really get some movement. I'm thinking some blues and some greens would be fun. And just kind of like watercolor, just, you can do dry on dry. You can do
oh, now look at this, y'all.
Oh, Mom, Veronica Wilson says Walgreens for sure would have the 91% alcohol.
Yeah. And if you
that's beautiful, Mom.
That is really pretty.
So I took the alcohol, sprayed this down, and
wiped
this on.
Yeah.
And it did lift some of it. Not all of it, but it's quite a bit of it.
So hopefully, if you've never done this, and Carrie, you can tell me.
Yeah.
There really is no rule. The rules are there are no rules with this.
Like, except for the 91% alcohol.
Well, yeah, that would be yes, that is true. And I would say if you can get the highest number possible, like mine's only 91. And I think the last one, is there like 96?
I think 91 is maybe the highest you can get, like commercially.
Oh, that could be. So I'm guessing if I don't know, but I don't know how I got. I know it was really high. It was higher than 91. But maybe Dave had it in his.
I was going to say maybe the dental office.
Yeah, I mean, I steal things out of his. I steal the med tape. I steal the. I'm sure if he needs to like splint a finger, he's going to be like, Angela, where's my tape? Yeah, and you know, oh man, I could just, and these make, I mean, sew around them, make journal cards out of them. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you that I found, but let's finish this first. So I was at a thrift store. Imagine that. Not so long ago. And I usually don't buy a lot of photo paper because I have a ton of it. And for the longest time, I was picking it up every time I saw it. And I'm like, okay, well, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. And so I stopped, but I happened to go by the office supply area and they had a bunch of stuff. And because I knew I was doing this, I thought, well, I'm just going to look.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found this. I want to cover this whole thing before I show you. I found this photo paper and I thought, oh my God, this would be so fun. So I'm going to show you in just a minute, but hang on.
Okay. I wonder what the
How's everybody doing in the comments, girls?
They're doing good.
They're great. Is anybody
Yes.
crafting along and trying this while we're doing it?
Debbie DePaul wants to know if Everclear would work.
Oh, you know what? It might. Gosh, I never thought of that. You give it a go.
Oh my gosh. Denise Gardner says you don't steal teeth though, right?
No. I don't.
Angela, what's Mixative?
A Mixative is, so this is, well, here, we'll just do it with one of these. I only have, I think maybe I only have one Mixative. So I have a couple things that we can talk about. Alcohol blending solution.
Uh-huh.
And Mixative. So this alcohol blending solution lightens, and then it removes the alcohol ink.
Veronica Wilson knows that Everclear works.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. This is alcohol lift. This is the refill for that nasty. I better go to Amazon or somewhere and buy myself a new alcohol lift ink. That's ridiculous. And then I thought I had 2 Mixatives, but maybe I only have the one. Am I not seeing it here? I don't think I have it. Okay. So what you can do is you can just add this in, like this is white. And I think they have this in all kinds of other colors too. I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of them, but I do know.
And that's the Mixative, Angela?
Yeah, this is the Mixative. And so this makes almost like the white makes almost like a marbling effect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can, blend it in. You can add then, I thought I had one that was, so see now it's
okay, I see. It's a little bit transparent.
Right.
Yeah.
But you could blend, I bet you could blend, I haven't done it, but I bet you could blend to make a different color, like almost like a muted, goodness gracious, a muted batch of colors, like a light, a pale pink,
like a pastel almost.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna let this dry, and then I got a bolo for you, girls and boys.
Hey, Miss Angie Thompson says, after watching this, I think I might have to buy some alcohol inks. That's the goal, Miss Angie. That's the goal.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad for Hobby Lobby that they're closed on Sundays because everybody rushing over there. Okay, so this is what I bought for $2.29.
Whoa!
It was the Post-it, which I've had Post-it paper, photo paper, but this is a card kit.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like you can take off the back of this and stick it down. So it's like, it's made so that you could send a Christmas card or whatever with somebody's cute little mug on the front. And then when they get it, they peel it off and put it on the refrigerator, for example.
Oh, that's sweet. And you got that at a thrift store?
Yeah. So this would be great to be able to put it It's already ready. Now you got your sticker paper. You could use your die cut machine and cut out shapes afterwards. And then you've got stickers.
That's awesome.
I know. So, here, I'll show you again. I get nothing from this. Although every time you buy Post-it, it does help my dad's retirement, you know. So. But it's just a 3M Post-it photo card kit. I don't know if they make it anymore. But and this one, they come with all your with all of the envelopes as well. Let's just grab this Vellum.
Well, let me just check and see on Google if you can still buy it, and I'll let everybody know.
You know, I love Leslie because you know why, Gary? She's an enabler. She's an enabler as well. She's like, let me just check.
That's a learned behavior, by the way.
It looks like there's an Amazon link that you can go directly to from searching it on Google, and some eBay links. So maybe it's on the verge of being discontinued, probably.
Good to know.
Sorry for anybody that, you know, that enables.
Hey, I'm a total proponent. I'm a total proponent. Okay, what this is deli paper I just whipped out. I sprayed a bunch of alcohol ink on it. And look at how cool this is.
Yeah.
And how it blends. Now I put alcohol down first on this area. And then on this one there's not as much. So you'll see there's like literal dots there. I would say though, if you're someone who's, I mean, if you're going to make a masterpiece and you want this to turn out like I said, a bouquet of flowers, you might not get that result and it might irritate you when you do this. So what I would say is have no expectations when you start this and just play and play and play and play, because you will have so much fun and it's just very relaxing. And then consider doing something with it after. Because I think if I would have tried this and said, oh, I'm going to make some roses and some whatever, and I want to cut them out and I want to use them in this project, and I tried it, and I probably never would have done it again. I would have been like, because I mean, it's harder on the reverse is easier, right?
Right.
Ending with a design and then going, oh, that kind of looks, it's like, what are those called? You know, those, what do you see in this picture thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's easier that way. I want to try this silver. I want to get this so it's more like, kind of like the earth from a long way away, and then add some silver in it. I think that would be fun.
Stephanie says, I can't tell you how many hundreds, if not thousands of dollars I've spent on Post-it notes of all colors and sizes over 20 years of teaching. Did my part contributing to his retirement.
Good job. Good job.
Angela, let's talk a second about where you're going. What? How many people have jumped in the comments and or on your page and said where you're going?
Well, see, this is a risky thing for me to bring up. I'm afraid that I'm going to blow it. Denise Gardner, she's just waiting for me to just spill the beans. But yeah, so if you haven't been to my channel, it's the Traveling Crafter. You can hop over there and there's a community tab. So you just go to my channel and then click on the community, and there is a silly little post of, oh, wow, that's cool. And it says, where in the world is the Traveling Crafter? And I am going to be traveling with my husband in a couple of weeks. No, not a couple of weeks, this week. And you guys can guess. And it is pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to give you hints at all, but
Denise says you've given one hint.
Oh, I did? Oh.
What'd you tell people? I didn't hear it. That's not fair.
I don't know what hints I gave. I didn't think I'd given
What was the hint, Denise?
She said, which ruled out my guess.
Oh. So I will be going to this destination, and on Sunday, which is the 1st of September, I believe, the day before Labor Day, I will be going live to unveil where I'm at. We're going to do a little, I'll do a little tour. We're going to go to maybe a couple of spots. It's going to be exciting. There's surprises involved. And I will announce where I'm at, and we'll see if anybody got it right. And I am also putting together a goodie bag, which I am going to put. I haven't posted. Oh, yes, I did. So I'm going to put one of Carrie's pens in there because I got 2 and I want to share. So I have some things that aren't from the location. I've got one of my cut the scrap mugs and one of Carrie's pens I'm going to put in there. And then I have some goodies that I'm going to get that are specific to the location that I'm going to. Wow, that made my heart was beating a little bit because I'm like, oh gosh, don't say it. Don't say it.
I was wondering.
Do not say where you're going to be. Oh.
Stephanie is working on collage trading
coins.
Trading coins? Tell us more.
Yeah, I want to hear about that.
Angela, this is looking like stained glass.
Oh yeah. See, it's hard. It's cool that Leslie, that you get this, that you guys get this view, because when you're sitting here looking at it at this angle, it looks totally different. Like when I peek over at the screen, I'm like, oh, it does kind of look like that.
Especially since you added that metallic in there.
Yeah.
Now you know what can happen with these things, though. Oh, I'm gonna
put you back up here.
The little plastic pieces, the little Tim Holtz pieces, you could use these like not vellum, but just as a pocket.
Oh, sure. Like you could put like a sew around it, put a little fabric on the top, and do one of Carrie's ruffles on the top, and boom, you got it.
Or you could turn that. What is that called, Mom? Vellum.
Vellum.
You could turn those into those light catchers and put them in your window.
Oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, Leslie, that's a great point. You can use this on shrink ink paper.
What is that?
So shrink art, it's like
the little kid
crafts. And
that you put in the oven, shrink it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you can make your design with your colors. Then, like, I use just a stamp of like a Versa or a Stays On stamp, and then stamp my design, and then cut it out. And then I just use, when I'm down here, I just use my heat tool, and you can create with that. So kind of to your stained glass.
That's cool.
Yeah. Although, you have to have a big thing, and it ends up being like that big around when you're done.
Teeny weeny, yeah. Stephanie is saying that they're the same thing as ATC's artist trading cards, but in 3-inch circles that are called coins in the collage groups she's in.
Ah.
Huh.
So I guess they're artist specific, Stephanie. Is that correct? They're unique to each person, I would assume.
Yeah, so each person creates one, signs it, and then so it's just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Who knew?
Who knew?
Hey, you know what? Until I did the ATC, okay, I'm going to set this on the side. ATC swap not so long ago, I never even made an official ATC where I signed it and did the whole thing.
Oh, I know. I didn't even know there were rules to it.
I had to call or text Carol and say, Carol, how big is an ATC? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, you've made some ATCs, Angela?
Yeah, I did a swap not so long ago that I was invited to, and I had never made one before. So I was like, well, I better find out how to do this.
Okay.
And so what was that for? I don't even remember. Carol will remember. I think she did it too. I don't know, but goodness, why can't I remember? Oh, I wanted to show you. Well, no, let's see. What I wanted to do is do a stencil. How about?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Let's
I'd
do a
like to
great.
see how
I'm gonna
that
do a
turns out.
big.
That would be awesome.
I'm gonna do a great big piece of paper.
Oh, Carol says Paper Confessions Retro Ladies Swap.
Oh yeah. I was thinking it was Kara or BB, but I couldn't remember which. All right. First of all, before I do the big piece and the stencil, let's see what happens when I take this off. If it's gonna.
Mom, that's turning out really good.
Yeah,
I know,
I thought
I
this
like
one
it.
was kind of cool.
I really like those pearly ones.
Mm-hmm.
That might have to be an investment for next time. Ooh, that kind of bled through, but I like how that looks.
Debbie DePaul said she doesn't have 91% alcohol, but she is making more lace clusters for Maker's Market.
Ooh, yay.
Mom, do you know what that reminds me of? Do you remember that bingo game we had as kids? Was it a bingo game that had those clear colored little discs, or was that something else? Do you remember that? You probably don't.
Oh, do I remember that? No, I don't remember.
Anyway, that's what it reminds me of.
The clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Like clear little plastic disc. It may not, I may be remembering it incorrectly.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, because they used to be all over the house.
I was going to say, yeah, because I had to pick them up all the time.
Oh, Angela, that's turning out nice.
It's not too bad, but I'll tell you what, this tape.
The tape stinks.
It's sticky, and it's that's just gonna make it.
Stace, Louisiana repping in the house.
Well, hey, Stace, I'm gonna try something and see if I can get some of that sticky off of it without.
Is there residue that's being left on there?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it says that they are.
It's low stick.
Yeah, but see, you can even see it.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah.
That's gross. So how many necklaces and goodies did you make yesterday?
Well, we made 20 keychains and 20 pins.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Or 10 keychains and 20 pins?
10 keychains and 20 pins.
10
Holy
keychains
cannoli.
and 20 pins. Yeah, and go ahead, Mom.
But I don't know if I'm going to do that today. Because those are those fabric bracelets. We talked about those a week or so back.
Mm-hmm. We did our little test
shoot.
But I also made 2 things for 2 of my little coworker friends.
Mm-hmm.
Just with some little sayings that they say. One of them said, and just joking, that the girl says, "I hate it here." And then the other girl says, "I just work here." So I made them each something that says that, but like
cute.
real pretty, like pearls and stuff. And one of them is a keychain, and I did the silicone, right? Yeah. Silicone beads on the keychain.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know what activated in my brain, but something did. And I thought, I can just attach this ribbon onto the part of the keychain and put letters to spell out so I can attach it so it can all be together. So I did a cute keychain and then did the saying on a little piece of ribbon and hooked it onto the keychain. It's real cool.
Hey, Leslie.
Well, tell them about the back and body one.
Oh.
Wait, y'all, this is crazy.
So, Tylenol or Advil back and body, the emblem was on a silicone bead, and it said "back and body hurts." So I made a keychain with that and a couple of other little beads, and then I attached some of those black and white, like typed beads, and I put the word Advil on it and connected it to the keychain.
That's cute.
It's like cute.
I was gonna just let Leslie know if she didn't figure this out. That's called creativity. You're being creative, girl.
That's right.
Oh, that's so fun. What happened to my, do you guys see it? My little tile? What did I do with that?
I want to show.
I did not. It's not underneath what you're doing.
No.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Oh God, that's a pretty stencil.
Now that's a stencil, or is that
this is a stencil.
an emboss? Okay.
This is a stencil. This is what I was going to show you. This is my
Is that the embosser?
this is for, so you put a stamp here.
Oh, does that? I've seen videos about that.
And then you go like this. So what you
Mhm.
can do, the cool part about it, I could, my ink pad is junk, so I don't think it will work. But so you put your paper here. We can try it. You put a stamp over here, and you put this lift ink on it,
Mhm.
and then you press it down, and the design is, it picks up all of that, and then all you have is the beautiful paper with the design. It's like the examples I showed you. Like this is, where to go? Like this, these two. That's what I did on these. Can you see that design in that one?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see the design on that one.
Yeah.
Sure.
But apparently now my ink is junk. So I'll try it. I'll give it a go. All right, what are we gonna do here for colors?
Mom, everybody says that I have your wit.
I think that's very true. And I love your sweet little laugh. You're like,
It just makes me flash back to my to us having such similar personalities and just being a teenager.
Doesn't always bode
I
well.
bet that
when
was
you're
a different.
growing
I
up.
bet that was a different little.
It was
Very
not good. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so Debbie DePaul says, have you seen the paper wrapper clips that they put words on and use as dangles?
Paper wrapper clips.
I don't think so.
Tell us more.
And then Meg with Chasing Retro says, is that a Vicky Booten stencil?
This one, no. It came in a bunch of, like a bulk thing of stencils that I don't know where. I mean, I've had them forever. I think I got them on Amazon for really inexpensive.
Well, it
And
looks
now
Vicky Boutin stencil.
Yeah.
And you just have it taped down, Angela,
Yeah,
so
I
it
just
doesn't
taped
go
it.
anywhere.
I taped it down just so hopefully I get a little aggressive sometimes, so hopefully it won't get too it won't go too far. And I'm just adding a little blending solution into that, which this blending solution I'll show you. It works a little bit differently than the alcohol. I'll have to show you. I don't like that color. You know what? Let's add some of this mixative to it and see what color it turns.
So that's what the mixative does. It changes the color.
Well, it changes the color, but it also almost creates like a marbling effect to it.
Oh.
Like if I left it like this on a piece of paper, it would that kind of looks marbly. And then you can blow
Debbie
it.
says paper clips wrapped in paper. Mom, you used to do those.
Yes. I know what she's talking about. Yes, I love them.
Yeah. Those are cute. I haven't I've done them in fabric. I don't know that I've ever done them.
Mom, it's been a while since you've done those.
Yeah.
I don't know if
that was OG Paper Monkey.
The OG.
Yeah, because Paper Monkey's been around so long.
Yeah, Paper Monkey corporate coming soon.
Well, there you go.
Full-time job in Jesus' name.
Amen. Bring the Lord into it now.
That's right.
Y'all thought it was finished with Sunday service.
That's right. See? Bonus. Okay, let's try this now.
Oh, I'm excited to see what this is going to look like.
Okay, so we'll just start with the big kahuna here. And I'm just going to pounce this to give it a little more texture. I'm still not loving this color that I've picked so far, but we'll no flower has one solid color, right? So we'll mix it up.
No.
And that's your tile, Angela, to your right?
Yeah, I found it. It was over here in a pile of stuff.
What's in a pile?
Oh, surprise.
What's in a pile?
And then as it dries, you just reactivate it. That's cool.
Yeah. So I don't like that color at all, though. Well, this one, it says it's peach, but it's pink.
Right.
I'm just going to throw a bunch of them on here and then.
Now, I will tell everybody that I am going to launch a new series. And it's coming soon. Yeah. It, remember, for those, all of y'all have been around here forever. I used to say I was the Who Knew girl. So I'm going to do a Who Knew series. And it's going to be short, little, less than 5-minute videos on just different things. Like the first video is going to be who knew what signatures were.
Oh, I like that. That'd be fun.
It's truly for the beginner.
I love it.
Yep. Wanted to go back to my roots. Because if y'all remember, that's going to be my merch line. Hashtag who
I
knew.
remember.
It's going to be on t-shirts.
Everywhere. Across America.
Yep.
Shoot.
That's right. Speaking of Paper Monkey Corporate.
There you go. Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, my fingers. Color is beautiful.
Well, let's see. I need to find that yellow. Dressed in yellow, she said hello. I wonder, this is probably not a good idea. It's probably going to bleed.
Drop it. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, it did. It did bleed, but that's okay. I can tell it did. You know what? I'm going to go in there and make these little centers yellow.
I like Carol's in the congregation out there saying amen. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Carol.
You got to say in Jesus' name, though, to get it up to heaven, remember?
Right. And if you put your hands in the air, it helps the extra.
That's right.
Just put it up there and out there.
That's right.
Oh, I like this color. I think,
yeah.
Gosh, I think this is going to be orange and pink and yellow. Imagine that. Maybe a little lavender. If I could get a lavender that it was actually lavender. But so far.
Why couldn't you mix one of your purples with some of that Mixative and just make it?
Well, I think I could, but the problem is that they say purple and then they turn out to be red.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. That one looks black. Well, let's mix it with this white and see what happens. I like the way it makes it like bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do we got to lose? Nothing.
Nothing. It's just paper.
That's right.
My friend Laura, the half-ass crafter, says she puts things in perspective so greatly. She says stuff like, "Listen, when we're dead and gone, they're going to throw all this stuff away anyway." I'm like, she's so right. What does it matter?
That is true. Okay, here's a violet. That looks more purple.
You know what the really neat thing about watching my mom craft is, y'all? Is that it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yes.
Because
Leslie knows the real uptight me.
Well, but I mean, same. And so, it's just, it's healing. You know what I mean? It is.
Mm-hmm. It's getting you another amen there.
That's right.
It is, and the thing is that it doesn't have to be ever have to be perfect because
No,
you can
it doesn't matter
always
the
fix.
craft.
Yeah, you can always fix
Whether you use
something.
paper, paint, whatever, stencil, whatever.
Exactly.
Well,
And you
you
know
know
what?
what's-
Some of the best things come out of those big messes that you make. It end up being a beautiful thing.
Denise Gardner says that's why I gave up card making. I love imperfection. She loves imperfection, not perfection.
You know, maybe that's why, Denise, I never did card making because that had to be, I felt like it had to be, a certain way. Well, the thing when I was doing scrapbooking, there were all these directions. Like it was very cut this way, do this that way. And I was like, well, that's not going to last in my mindset for more than a minute. So maybe that's why I didn't.
Well, you've always kind of pushed the envelope too. That's your personality, right? For the most part. I know whenever the kids were little and I tried scrapbooking, I could never make my layout. I compared my layouts to others. And it just was, it was never good enough. And I thought, I'm not going to spend this kind of money because it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Scrapbooking can be a lot of money. And I just remember thinking, I'm not going to, no. But then this came along and you're like, okay, now this is making sense to me.
Right. Well, my feeling is if you tell me what the process that you should do it, I'm going to give you 5 ways that you could do it alternatively. That might be easier or might be harder. It doesn't. But I'm like, don't tell me I have to do it that way because I'm going to do it my way.
I love Carol in the Crinkle Path. Her comment, she says, thrown away or recycled, except my label maker that says to be inherited by Carrie. And Carol Johnson is a great card maker. I don't know if she's still here with us, but I've seen some of her cards. Good night. They're awesome.
Yes, they are. I can't do it.
I mean, if Celeste is the queen of the die cut machine, then Carol Johnson's the queen of card making, let me tell you.
Ladies, I do not know what this is going to turn out like because I can't.
I think it looks good so far.
Well,
Janet Birdsall says, my husband's motto, when you are gone, so is your trash. Good naturedly, or so he says, LOL. Susie Allen says, same thing for me, Carrie. I did buy a lot of stuff and just didn't get into it.
Yeah. It's true, Susie.
Well, and the cool thing about this too, I know just like watching my mom do this whole journey, this part of her life is like watching her like make mistakes or, things maybe not turning out the way she anticipated. Like, I think one notebook or something, yes, she had made me some notebooks and one of them, she put the cover on upside down. And it just was like, okay, well, it's upside down. You can use it the other way. You know what I mean? Like, no big deal,
Still paper.
That's right.
Yeah, and I love this because the other side of this is the possibilities are endless. It doesn't matter what you gravitate towards. And I think that's what I mean. It doesn't have to be my style to like it. Does that make sense? Because there are people out there that like Bex. I don't work in that goth style, but I love to watch her stuff.
Right, exactly.
It's so fascinating.
Yeah, like I don't do a whole lot of grungy stuff, but I love to watch people do it and to see what it turns out like.
Yes.
But I'm now trying this with a paintbrush. The thing with the paintbrush though is I've got my paper towel over here on the right. It holds a lot of that color.
Okay. It's not like watercolor. It's more.
And this little thing is just a cheapie that the kids had when they did that.
Debbie DePaul says she scrapbooked for over 20 years and felt like it had to be perfect. And now she's free to do what she wants and not be so critical. That's exactly right, Debbie.
Well, Debbie, you know what I said earlier? I don't know if you were here when I was saying, yeah, I'm reorganizing some shelves. And it's all of my scrapbooking, 12 by 12 clear totes with each of my children's ages 0 to 12, 6 to 9. Or I'm like, you know what? They've been on the top shelf this long. That's really good real estate for stuff I can actually use. It's coming down. And I'm telling you, my daughter did not have a lack of scrapbooks for her graduation, nor did Landon when they. So if the rest are in a box and they decide they'll do it someday, then that's great. But it takes a long time and a lot of thought in doing a scrapbook layout or those kind of things. And I like to just have the freedom to sit down and say, well, what? And I know I say crap a lot, but what crap do I have sitting around me that I can just start playing with?
Right.
Let's see where it leads me.
Well, it's kind of like you said about commission journals. Like commission journals are not your thing, right? It's not. But where I think Carol at A Crinkled Path and we both love to know I'm making something for a particular person. That's my jam.
Yeah.
But our end results are the same because it's the self-satisfaction that you feel.
Well, and I agree with you, but I think that's where my side of my perfectionism kicks in, and then I start really overthinking. I'm even overthinking the one that I'm going to do for my dad. My dad could care less, I'm sure, about a journal, but I'm doing it so we have a place to put fun photos. That all the kids get to be a part of that, and But sometimes I have to step away from it and just say, nope, you're not working on that today, Ange. Why did I pick this design to do? I should just pick one that I could just went.
Lily Rose Blue Carol Johnson says it's so funny. I'm fine with scrapbooking and card making, but junk journaling is hard for me. It must just be how we are wired. Yeah, I mean, I think that just speaks to everybody is just different, and it takes everybody to make the world go around.
That's true. Yeah. See, now at this point in me doing this, I'm like, oh God, I just want to take this off of here.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Miss Carol says, and Angela's journals are like shopping at Target. You didn't know you needed it till you saw it. Oh, that's so sweet.
Right, Carol, that is a perfect way to put that. That is a perfect description of her journals. They are awesome.
That is very sweet. Oh, you mean my dad's going to say, oh, I didn't know I need this, but clearly I do.
By the way, Miss Carol at Crinkled Path, how's the library coming? Drop us something in the comments, because I'm jumping at the bit on that.
I know I am.
Can't wait to see
look at that. That one bled a lot. Oh, darn it. I got too much oil, or what's that stuff called? Alcohol on there. I was just thinking about the Everclear. I bet, isn't that 96 proof? Like, or 98? I don't know. It's something.
It's a pretty high proof.
Everclear's 120.
I bet you could get some really beautiful results out of that.
Carol says sheetrock will be done tonight.
Ooh,
Carol.
How fun.
Yes. Didn't you? Terry, Mick Mouse mom. She's back. She didn't tell us she was going, but she's back.
Oh, well, thank goodness. We were wondering where you were. Where you been all of our lives?
Susie Allen, Everclear is an alcohol.
Well, let me just say, if you get stressed out because it's not going your way, then you just take a little hit. We'll kick back.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, Debbie DePaul says, I love this craft because I get things done. Scrapbooks take a long time. That's one reason I don't quilt. I love and admire them, but there is too much work and time that goes into them. Yeah, that's why I don't craft at all, Debbie. Because everything takes so much time.
It does. And and I understand that because I don't like messes. I don't want all my stuff all strung out forever. And so it does take a lot of time, and you have to put some thought in. Well, if I get this out, how many months is this scrapbook project going to take me, or years in my case, and then you just end up putting it away and not working at it again.
Hi, Sarah at New England Junk Journals.
Hello, Miss Sarah. Now, I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but right before I got on this call, I did my October is our let's see, fall harvest hop, where we harvest our magazines and then send them on to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I did mine for October 1st today.
Oh, cool.
But the reason I bring it up is because I am sending mine off to Sarah. So I said, so now you can get a jump start, Sarah, and then you can send it on to someone else. But my grandma gave me a huge stack of magazines. And I explained to her what happened, what I do with them. And she was like, well, that's a pretty good way to recycle and upcycle. I said, well, thank you, Mo.
Leslie, Angela's grandma is 94. Is that
95? She just turned 95
really?
in April. Yeah.
I was just telling my mom yesterday. It's funny that you say that because I told her she needs to do. We were just talking about her content and stuff. And I said, you need to do a shop my stash video. You haven't done one of those in a long time. Like, just use what you have,
Yep. I did a couple of years ago. I'm just spraying this because I think it looks so cool, and I'm just gonna stick this on. Oh, I'm showing this camera there we go, and see what happens. A couple of years ago, I did a dusted off do-overs series where I just started digging in my craft room, and I found all kinds of tools I hadn't used, and oh, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
And it really was fun. Like, of course, I got rid of some things. I was like, well, we're going to try these things, and if they don't work, then get rid of them. And I did. But yeah, you should just every week just pick something.
Mm-hmm. Angela, a New England Junk Journal, says, send my gratitude to Grandma Mo.
I will. At first, she was like, well, she has been a quilter all her adult life, I think, maybe even before. And when I was telling her I got a sewing machine to sew paper on, she just looked at me sideways like, what? She gets it now.
Miss Carol says, I need someone to mail me. I have my package from last year ready to go to Jennifer in LA. Like, you need someone to mail you to Jennifer?
Yeah. You want to be mailed to LA?
That's Scrapbooks in Memory?
Yes, that's who's getting. She's sending.
You need her mailing address? Is that?
Oh, maybe that was it. No, maybe she's saying she's going to need somebody to send her stuff for the swap, is what I'm thinking. Okay. Perhaps. Okay. If I were Carol, what would I be thinking? Let me see.
I feel like mail harvest hop to me.
Okay, so she needs somebody to mail to her. Gotcha. Well, maybe
Denise Gardner says I'll join the swap.
Yay.
Oh, I got you, Carol. Okay.
Oh, and Sarah's got you. You got all kind of people, girl.
You're good, girl.
So I want to mention here, since there's a bunch of us on here now, we've talked about this before, so I won't belabor the point. But something recently happened to me, and again, I know we've talked about this, but I was on YouTube the other day. It's probably been about a week and a half ago now, and I noticed something looked different about Meg's channel. Like I was on like the screen, just not on her channel, but it's showing like all the videos that pop up on my feed.
Mm-hmm.
But hers looked different. And when I opened it up, guess what?
What?
I was not subscribed to Meg. Again. And I'm telling y'all know this for a fact. I interact with Meg's channel consistently. She's like a go-to for me, just like all of your other channels are.
Yeah.
And I mean, I even add her to like when I mention her in my videos.
Right.
I comment on her videos. It's not that.
Mm-hmm.
I was completely unsubscribed, and I didn't do that.
Well, right. And that's why, like, if you don't hear from somebody, like, if you don't see a video from somebody you follow,
yep,
go check it out and see if maybe that happened. Because Mimi at Mimi's Keepsakes, now she hadn't been, you know, she was in the process of moving and getting back on her feet after, you know, their house stuff. But I was like, why haven't I heard from her? I was unsubscribed. And I'm like, dang it. So, yeah, keep going back. I'm getting over that. I'm over this Daisy business here. We need to get this thing done.
So, in other words, what y'all are saying is just check make sure you're subscribed to your best favorite creators.
Well, even if you are,
double check it.
Yeah.
See, Meg is saying she's thinking about keeping an offline list of everyone she subscribes to so she can double check.
That's not a bad idea. Hey, guess what I did yesterday?
What's that?
I shut my Etsy store down. Finally.
Did you?
Yes, I've been...
Well, they keep charging you, right?
Oh my goodness. Ridiculous. I mean, and it just gets more and more, and they have all these hidden fees. So I thought, I know I've been thinking about it for a long time, but it's just like I've had Etsy and Etsy shop for so long.
Yeah.
It was like, do I really want to? But I'm like, I got the Maker's Market. No.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it. You don't need that one more hassle. So it was kind of a relief. Go ahead, hon.
Do you feel like you generate as much traffic is generated to Maker's Market as to Etsy?
Well, here's what I will tell you.
Not to like talk business. I mean, we can talk about this later. Sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine. What I will tell you is there isn't any less.
Okay.
There's so much competition on Etsy, and I had my regular followers there. But a lot of those followers that were on Etsy also found me on the Maker's Market. So why do I have... Yeah. And, I would tell you that the Maker's Market is continuing to grow. The more makers we have, the more that they talk about the market. And, folks on, like, Carrie is a maker, and she also talks about it all the time. The more exposure there is, the more... but sales-wise, way more on the Maker's Market for me than on Etsy.
Now, is there an app for Maker's Market?
There is.
Okay.
And it's just the district app. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What color? I need a color up here. What color should I do? What color should I do? So yeah, it was yesterday was not a planned... Well, I planned to run errands, then come home and have a combo with my girlfriend Carrie and pregame for today, and I ended up having to do all kinds of I got a new, long story short, I got a new checking account because now that Dave lives here, we're trying to combine to one bank,
Consolidate things.
everything in one location. So, the kids have their stuff and we have our stuff all at the one. So I had to open a new account, and then that meant I started to panic on the way home because I'm like, oh my gosh, now I got to change every direct
All
payment.
your stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what I ended up doing yesterday. And while I was at it, one of the things that I needed to change was my payment for Etsy. And I thought, well, after I had done this for about 20 other different things, and I thought, you know what, I think I'm just going to shut this down. And I didn't even I didn't even think twice about it. I just hit the button and I deleted it.
Mm-hmm. Angela, Stephanie says she sent you a DM just now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, me and my mom we're just talking about, the pros and cons of different, Etsy versus Amazon homemade versus Maker's Market, and which is better, because I don't know a whole lot about any of those things. So
I don't know that one is any. I mean, I think that. I mean, I don't want to diss any of them, but for me,
sure.
I think that it was time for me to go with Etsy because it's just the fees continue to, and the amount, just the hidden fees and all of that continues to be a little crazy.
Yeah.
And then you have to charge so much more for your stuff in order to make a profit. But
Right.
but I do think that what works, whatever you find that works for you is it's different for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Hey, how come where did you go? Are you making a Picasso back there and you're
I'm watching.
surprise us or what?
I'm watching you. This is beautiful.
So I think a couple of people in the chat are saying that YouTube is glitching, but maybe I can give some context on that. I think what's happening is the view of the screen is going from 3 different screens to just Angela's screen. So you can fully see what Angela's doing. And so it's not glitching, that's being done intentionally. I hope that helps whoever was thinking it was glitching.
I think everybody here knows they have to make sure they're in live chat.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, here we go. The unveil.
Oh, let's see.
Now we're gonna have a few things that bled through, but
that's okay.
That's okay.
We're not too shabby. I could have gone a little darker.
Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. No, that's gorgeous.
I think that's gorgeous.
But that took a long time. Let's try one with one color. Let's just see how we can whip through it.
That's beautiful.
You know what I wanted to do? And
what's that?
I don't want to
yes, Susie, isn't that beautiful?
Oh my gosh, yes, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Everybody's saying gorgeous.
Everybody loves it, Ange.
So I'm gonna have to make little cards for all you. Maybe I'll have to make a whole bunch of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean but see how relaxing that was. But here, I really want to try with you girls, and I don't. I want to try to do a lift with one of these rainbows because I've got all this stuff that's already been done, right? And I think it would be cute to try it. But I don't want to disappoint you because I feel like it's not. Well, let's try it on this rainbow piece right there. I have this feeling that my ink is just not going to cut it. So I'll show you.
Let's try it.
I mean,
hey guys, I want everybody in the chat to start thinking about what you would like to see next on a live craft and chat from me. I'm trying to do these once a month, about Sundays 1:45. But if you want like we did wax seals, which that was so much fun.
Mm-hmm. I know what I would want to see.
What?
Junk journal jewelry.
Oh my God, I love to do that.
Yeah. You
We
should.
could do that. We could do stamps. We could do whatever. Y'all throw it in the comments if you're interested.
So, Angela, what are you wiping there?
Well, it's me just being OCD because there's ink from something before. So
Okay.
this, I just took a, and this is
You're just
probably,
cleaning it off.
yeah, it's probably
Okay.
stays on ink, so it's not really going to come off anyway. But I've given it the old college try.
Sarah, tassels would be great.
Oh yeah, I think like dangles with a beads because I just love the sound. It's like ASMR. Okay,
Yeah.
so what we're gonna do, or we're gonna attempt to do, is we're going to let's take one where we might get a little bit more contrast. So probably like this one.
Now, those little metal pieces that you moved up, Angela, is that what does that do?
These are magnets, and it will hold this piece of paper. Here, I need to move this up a little bit for you guys. Hang on, and it will hold this paper down. So when I take my, hang on, let me just stick it up there like that. So I'm going to put this kind of where I want it to be.
Oh, look at that.
So you put it here.
Okay.
Now this is in place. And then you shut this and you push down on it. Where's my little puck thing? Oh, that had a name too. I should have put one down here. Then it's stuck right here. Okay. Now the
okay.
What should happen if I do this, if I had good alcohol lifting, which I don't, is I would put this on here. And I'm just kind of looking to see if it looks like it's a little bit. Make sure it's all covered. Oops. Then you lay that down. And the one thing, if you're going to do, if you have one of these and you're going to do this way, when I lift it back up, this is just pushing this down so it's getting that alcohol lifting onto it, maybe.
Okay.
What should happen is it should turn out like those examples that I showed you before. But like I said,
where did you get that puck thing?
I bought a bunch of these. I actually I sold some of them on one of my lives that I had extra, and then I gave a couple of them away. And darn it,
that looks like an air hockey puck.
It does, but it has a real name, which now is, at this very moment is going to escape me. But that's exactly what I call it, is a puck. I'm like, where's that puck? Okay, so now you'll see you can lift this back up. And can you tell at all? Yeah, you can. You can tell that it's that it's taken the color off a little bit, right? So now what you would do, let me get a fresh.
Stephanie says she got one of those pucks from you, Angela.
Yeah.
And I think, Mouse Mom, the reason that I believe that Angela rubbed the ink pad on there is because it's going out and there's not very much left on it.
Yeah, look at this thing. It's nasty.
Because you would just normally pounce it, right,
I
Angela?
would just do this. But I'm really rubbing this on here because
it's not very saturated.
No, and I feel like I'm just wasting my re-inker to put on this thing.
Debbie DePaul got hers from Temu. Okay. Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah. But I think I ordered some, you know what I ordered them for? And maybe that's where mine came from. I don't remember. But I did some bundles where I did some of my favorite things, and this was in here, and there were some scissors. I know the scissors, I think, came from Temu that I like. These little things. I love these. They look fancy, but they work great. So these might have, but all I remember is I ordered them because I did like kits.
Okay.
And I had several of them, and they were taking up a lot of space. So we're just gonna,
Carla said she wished she had room to hold some classes, and we could shop her stash and get rid of some of her stuff or use it up. Well, I tell you what, Carla, I think you and Meg are kind of in the same area. Y'all need to plan a retreat so we can all go up there.
Exactly. Now, listen, I'll tell you what. Someday, when we are, I don't know when that will be, when we're back at our venue and I just moved my whole studio there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have it back to where we have glamping, we have rooms, we have bedrooms. See, this isn't working very well.
Angela, why don't you, since it's a goner anyway, Stephanie says, spray that ink pad with 91% alcohol.
I did that when I tried it earlier. And it didn't hurt it. But it didn't make it any lighter. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll show you. So you can do that. I also thought about adding a blending solution to it. But it isn't because of it's because of my ink pad is what it is.
Gotcha. Okay.
Listen, Meg's already got a whole retreat planned out. Listen to this. She's got a brother and sister-in-law that have a barn that's a wedding venue. They're 10 minutes away from her. So
let's go.
Get on it, Meg.
Yeah, and it's already. I don't have, mine's under construction.
Can you do it in the fall, Meg? That way we can have a fire and hot cocoa and all that.
Now now she's putting in her requirements ahead of time. It's still. Well, here, we'll just do this. You're supposed to go over it. You're not supposed to rub this. You're supposed to just pat it. I mean, you can kind of see it. Should we just keep spraying it with alcohol until... Now, the cool part normally that will happen is when you start pulling that ink off, then you can take a blank piece of paper, take this out, put a blank on there, and all the ink that's pulled from here will then be like your ghost print, and it looks really cool too. But mine's just, I failed you guys today.
No, you did not. Stop.
I really did think about it. I was like, Angela, get a new ink pad, and I just never did it. I'm just gonna sit here for a second while it's
okay. Well, I think everybody kind of was talking about junk jewelry for the next one, so
there you go.
That's what it looked like to me.
I think that's what we'll do.
Little ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
Now, well, listen, if worse comes to worse and you can't find that Baron puck on Temu, I just searched it as air hockey paddle and I found something similar. So just FYI, y'all.
Yes, a Baron. That's it. A Baron.
A Baron. Okay.
But I didn't find it as Baron on Temu. I found it as air hockey paddle.
There you go. With the felt thing. You guys can make it out of anything now.
Yeah.
But they are pretty awesome. Okay, well, I won't say this is horrific. Like, let's just cut it out and pretend like it's solo on its own. And maybe I'll feel better about it. Of course.
Oh, I think it's lovely.
Well, and you know what? I think they had the alcohol lift ink pads on clearance at Hobby Lobby when I was there too.
Stink, and you didn't get any?
No. I did not.
Carla said when she retires, she's going to travel and come see everybody. She's just going to show up at our doorstep saying, "Hey, y'all."
I know. That's what I'm hoping.
I hope so, Carla.
You know, Dave, I don't know if I've shared this, but Dave is officially a locum tenens doctor, which means that he travels. We have officially sold our brick and mortar to our associate, and so now we're free to travel whenever we want, which we're doing. So I've already put in my list of all the places that all of you girls live. I'm like, okay, well, this is a place I would go for a temporary time. This is where I would go.
Angela, do you say online where you live currently?
Me?
Do you say that online or no?
Oh yeah, I'm in Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've been married for well, a little over 7 years, and we've been dating, I think we've been together for about 9, and we have lived apart up until this year. So we commuted. We had 4 kids, combined families, and their ages, they're all a year apart. So right now they're 21, 20, 19, and 18. And so 4 different schools, then colleges. So we've always done that. So this is like all new to Dave and I, being in the same city. So we've had to it's just like being newlyweds when, the first time that you're married, you got to change all the addresses and do all the things, other than our names and stuff where my name was already done. But so it's just a lot of stuff. But now that we're going to be traveling more, you just got more things to think about,
Right. More coordination.
Exactly. So
what are you doing with the pets and stuff? Angela, they're going with you?
Yeah, well, yeah. So when we're not going to permanently be gone. So he will be working in a location for 3 months at a time, say.
Okay.
So and right now we're staying up until the end of the year for work. We're staying in the Midwest. So it would be something where if I went and stayed, I could have my mom take care of Zenny, or we could take Ruby, have someone check on the cat. We just have the 3 of them. So, I mean,
Angela, can you raise your rainbow up to the camera so we can see what it looks like?
Sure.
Carol Johnson said it looks fantastic.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, well, thank you. It's not exactly what I was thinking, but I don't hate it. And it doesn't it look better once I cut it out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Once you can see it solo, yeah.
Right. And I suppose patience is a thing, too. If you got patience, then you can probably. And I mean, I could have probably kept doing it for 10 more minutes, and it probably would have been
funny.
Even better. But, yeah. So yes. And no, Denise Gardner, that was not a hint that I'm traveling. It wasn't a hint on where I'm going. Let's see. I'm trying to think I'm looking. Oh, I started to say, so when I started my little organizing my shelves, I shouldn't even tell this. It's embarrassing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 journals that I had ready and I have always thought, oh, I'm not a start it and don't finish it. Oh my gosh. I had 9 journals up there on that shelf that I had not finished.
Really?
There's silly things some of them just need the signatures sewn in because I usually do all my stuff before I'm you gotta be kidding. So now I'm nope, nothing comes in, no new journal projects until those get done. I'm gonna do one with all this chocolate. My gosh, I am shitting like crazy, and we're gonna go crazy with this.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm just gonna spray.
Cool.
I really like that blowy tool. This thing.
Yeah. You could use one of those things that you suck snot out of kids' nose, right?
Yes.
You could.
You probably could. It's basically the same thing.
Someone mentioned that in the chat earlier.
Yeah, you might get a crusty booger from.
Well, yeah, use a
20 years ago. I love that booger sucker.
I know.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
a lifesaver back
It was. And I got mine from the I mean, mine was a fish. It was like official from the hospital. They sent it home with me.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones that you buy at Walgreens, they aren't a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had some. I'm so glad that you asked me to come and
Yeah,
join.
this is fun.
And this was really good for me because it's been a while since I've done alcohol inks. So I just sat down and played with it.
That is beautiful. Look at these fall colors. How gorgeous.
Do you know, this reminds me of like, maybe it doesn't from your perspective, but it reminds me of like the marbled fly pages in one of those old 1800 books, you know?
Oh, yeah.
The old marbling.
I think it's gorgeous.
Now, you know what would be cool with this, because I know Leslie likes the rose gold as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. See what happens.
Okay.
How come I'm still the only one on there? What happened to you?
That looks like tea dye almost, Angela.
It kind of does, doesn't it? And this is it's pebble, latte, and caramel that are on there right now.
You know what it looks like? It actually looks like fall leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That would be cool to like actually make it into. Oh, that was one thing. Maybe I'll try it on this. We'll have to wait a second till it dries. One thing I did discover when I busted out the things that I had in my stash, I recently, I think Demi and I did a little demo, and I think Carol did one too, with the Sharpie Create markers.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I wonder how well these would work on alcohol inks. And they work splendidly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, that rose gold really zooms it up really nice.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? So, ladies, you'll have to tell me, and Leslie, you'll have to tell me, but ladies in the comments, should I cover all of it so it's all covered? Do I leave a little white? What do you think?
Mom, everybody's wondering where you are.
Oh, I'm right here.
I know, that's why I was like, where's she?
I'm here. I love what Angela's doing. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
But I am here.
You're just watching?
Yeah, I'm watching her.
Veronica says leave as is.
I kind of like it as it is, too.
Okay.
Bloom and Karen says cover it all.
Karen likes the full coverage.
Yeah.
You got time. You guys can duke it out. I'm going to try something else here for a second.
That would make great vintage tape, someone said. Susie Allen said.
Yeah. You could even use that sticky photo paper that I was
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Okay, so let me show you with these.
So about half and half.
Half and half? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
And then
half of it.
And Stephanie says punch out leaves with it. That would be beautiful.
That would be cute. I might have a leaf die cut too. Okay, so here's a couple of things that I wanted to tell you. So if you can also use, these are alcohol markers. These are expensive. They're called Copic. I mean, I'm not judging anybody if they want to buy them, but I'm saying if you don't want to spend the money, you just go to your Hobby Lobby, wait for 40%, and get some cheap ones. They're just as good.
Are they?
I think so. In fact, I kind of think they're better. To be very honest. But you can do many of the same things with these markers on the non-porous paper as you can with the alcohol or the
inks.
The inks, yeah. So you can do, you can play around with them. You can blend them. You can use, I'm pretty sure you can use a blending solution. But if I don't remember, but I did try this before, and I feel like the alcohol markers over. Oh, I guess that one does work. I was thinking that it didn't, but those will work over, I guess, your design as well. But you could just design, if you only had alcohol markers, you could use those. So,
Well, and I guess too, it would depend on what kind of look you're going for,
you bet.
because the markers are going to be a little more controlled versus a little more haphazard on the droppers.
You got it. And sometimes you might want that, and that works too. So, the other thing that I really like, and I don't really have anything, I guess, well, we're just going to take a black marker for these create. I thought they worked wonderful. What do we got? Okay, this is the bullet tip. So, is there anything? Let's see. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll just make this into a... We'll just pretend like we're making that into a flower. And that looks like it could be a green leaf. Make that into a leaf.
Carla Frizzell says she has a set of 120 Sanjoki alcohol markers that are great. She got hers on Amazon for $45, and they have smaller sets as well.
That's a reasonable price. That's a good price right there. Thank you for sharing that. But the Copics, I mean, I don't remember. It's a long time. I bought those many years ago, and they've lasted for a long, long time. But I remember them being very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you could buy them like single as well. Single.
You can. I've seen them.
Yeah. But these creative markers from, if you're doing designs, you could.
Yes, so on Amazon, I'm looking at Copic markers the Sanjoki markers are about a quarter of the cost of the Copic markers.
Right.
But Copics are refillable?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yes.
That that's never going to happen at my house, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean...
And most of are those markers dual-ended, Angela, the ones you have?
Oh, the Sharpie Creates? Oh, yeah.
No, the Copic.
Yeah. Both the Copics and the inexpensive ones.
Okay.
Are. Yeah, so they should have a bullet tip and a wedgy tip. This looks like a big piece of cabbage in somebody's garden is what that looks like.
Yeah, Carla, I would hope that at that cost it would be a professional artist looking at something like that.
Yeah, it is, and it is.
Yeah. Now, Denise Gardner said she used the caramel and the latte to make her vintage tape.
Yes, yeah, I've used that too. On your Scotch tape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what she meant.
Yeah. That's probably why I bought that, to be honest, Denise. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We're going to do half of this. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Now, what is it on the, what did I see for the Cricut? Has some kind of tape that looks like a vintage tape. And people are buying that now as a dupe.
I don't know.
I'm going to find it.
Find it. That could very well be. I haven't bought many Cricut products.
It's the transfer tape.
Oh, okay.
That looks just like vintage tape.
What do you... It could be unplugged.
How do I plug it back in?
You can plug it out. It's right there.
Oh.
You put the plug in. I thought Dave just came in and opened up my sewing closet. I thought he was going to start sewing. But really, what he wanted to know
join the live.
I know he wanted to know if I unplugged the Fire Stick. I think I did.
That sounds like my mom and dad's house.
And I got the side eye. Like, did you unplug the Fire Stick? You can unplug anything in there.
Are you sure?
Just do it. I'll fix it later.
Meg at Chasing Retro says, I have only invested in one Copic marker, and it was to make faux age tape.
Yeah, there.
And then Terry, Mick Mouse Mom, said that tape I'm talking about for Cricut, it's a heat-resistant tape for the heat press.
Or to sublimate with.
Oh, to sublimate. You had to make your t-shirt. To make your t-shirt to say, who knew?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have keychains, t-shirts, all the merch.
There you go. I got some samples of a few of my merch items, and one of them I really don't like. So now I've stopped posting them on my channel. It's the only one I don't like is the bag. They just didn't do it. I don't think it's very good. So I'm like, I gotta.
Angela, I like how this is turning out.
I do too. It does look pretty cool when it's all. But yeah, I mean, let's just see what happens if we. I'm gonna let it dry for a second, and then.
Oh, Tim Holtz just launched vintage Scotch tape. Denise Gardner says.
I saw that in his. Does anybody have that? I'm curious because I saw that in his little launch thing, and it's like a sticker book, Carrie.
Is it?
And it's got this strips of. But
Who knew?
I mean, when he demoed it, it looked pretty cool.
Oh, I see it. It's like a sticker pad.
Yeah. I wonder
how much is it, Leslie?
It looks like about $6.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 60.
But it looks like, those Tim Holtz word sheets.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
I actually watched that live and didn't buy anything. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow.
I know. Everybody pat me on the back.
Personal growth, Angela.
I know. Here, let's see. Do I have something? I'm trying to find something I can try this on.
She's saving for her upcoming trip.
That's right.
Oh, it's back ordered, Lily Rose Blue says.
Oh. Well, you don't need it anyway. You can save yourself the $6 and make your own.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this. We're just going to pretend like this is our piece of tape. Now, of course, we're going to have to glue it on, but just pretend like we're just going to glue it on and then cut it. That's how I feel like rolling today. When we're done today, what are you guys all working on?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask that earlier. I got sidetracked. Yeah, guys, tell us what you're working on. Meg's working on a bust your stash on 5 journals. I saw.
Did she want me to send her mine?
Yeah, no kidding, huh? Because it inspired me, actually, Meg, if you're still with us. I was looking I have 3 big books, and I think I'm going to make art journals out of all of them.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Okay, I just stuck this on the bottom like it's a... But I really like the look
that
of
is really cool.
I like the way that turned out.
Now, does it look
Denise
exactly
Gardner's
like...
fussy cutting flowers.
Okay, so I can send Denise my fussy cutting. Meg my journals. Gosh, I don't know what I'm... Dave is actually... there must be football on is what I'm guessing because he's down here. All my invoicing is done. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Look at you.
Carla Frizzell's working on Christmas ties for the journal she started.
Oh, I love her Christmas ties.
Cool.
I mean, I love her ties in general.
Oh, good. Carol at Crinkle Past getting another video together. Thank you.
Yay. Yeah, I am. I have really been behind, but I watched Meg. Meg had one. You had one today. I love that one. Carla, I haven't seen it. If I miss Carla's, I need to go.
No, she's waiting to post.
Okay, I was going to say because
she's
maybe
gonna post when we're done, I think. I know because I've been waiting on Carla's too.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
New England Junk Journal says she spent the week deconstructing 24 yummy antique books, and now
Ooh,
I'm ready to make them into packs.
fun.
Ooh,
I'm gonna clean this off of here. Well, I mean, I had a whole stack. I'll pull it over here, but we really made some headway in here
yeah.
today. What did you
I think
think?
this was fun.
I know, but I want your honest opinion because you said you've never really played with them. I mean, did you like it? Is it something are you going to use it more? Are you?
I don't think it's my thing.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
I could tell that. I could tell
now, I mean, if I say it's kind of like anything else. If I pull them all out, I'm gonna do a mass make of something.
You bet.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For me, it's just it's more the relaxation of it.
Yes.
And I think knowing that I don't have to create something with it, I can just make these crazy looking things and then turn them into something later. But it's not for everybody, and I agree. I mean, and mixed media in general isn't for everybody, you know.
Yeah. Mom, I think you would like it if you could figure out how to turn it into spray.
I know that idea earlier is
I really think once you get the alcohol though that you like, that works, I think you're gonna
make a big difference.
Just give it another
because
chance.
I'll tell you, the little envelopes that I did, I love the colors on it. So yeah.
Right.
Angela, did you make all this while we were in this live?
No.
Is this everything?
No, most of
No.
I'm like I missed some of this. What the heck?
I pulled all these out.
Okay, yes,
I wanted to make sure I had stuff if we wanted to do something with them.
Yeah.
So I mean, these are just all backgrounds. It's kind of like jelly plating, you know, when you have a bunch of jelly plates and you just kind of keep them. But we did all of that, and we did. I don't know. Did we do anything else? Oh, I have some more stuff over there. We did quite a bit. That's what I'm saying. You guys.
I'm gonna put myself so y'all can see what I did.
Let me
go back over here and we'll do a recap. So
that one's my fave.
Oh look, yeah, the stencil.
See, I think those are really cute. Hey, what did you use? What was that? Your Q-tip that you were making the dots?
Yeah,
tapping the dots on there. Okay.
I think I love this vellum or this plastic more than any of them. I just love that.
And it really looks cool when you put it behind a white background and it just makes it pop. You know,
but see these envelopes?
Yeah.
You know,
do you have an embosser, Mom?
I do.
She does.
Yeah.
See, I think that would be cool with like the blue and the silver Christmassy with a snowflake. You know, the other thing, you have all kind of shiny, glimmery colors, and you might think differently too if you mixed in some regular,
just flat colors.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Those are so pretty though.
Yeah. I think y'all both made some really beautiful things today.
Well, I think it was fun.
It was.
I really do.
It's fun to just be able to experiment and hear from all of you too, and all the things that you've done with these. Because, man, I mean, I think, like you said, the possibilities are endless. You just have to keep giving it a go.
Yeah, and I got some punches too. Carla makes a good point too. Just punch out some shapes and stuff with them.
You know what would be super cute, Carla? I love it. Well, I have this little project over here with a bunch of old watercolors, and they're just like kind of like
see,
swatches.
Mom, how that changes that instantly.
Yeah, and then like put a label on it or a word across it.
Yeah.
I love that. And plus you got that cute, I love the scalloped circle. I don't have one of those.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of my favorite shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Is the scallop.
Carla says you can make charms and clusters and all kinds of stuff with them.
Right.
Look at this. Look at this little heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that totally changes the, it's like my rainbow. It totally changes the look of it.
Right.
Well, you go from like, this is okay, to like, okay, this could really be something, you know?
Right.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
that's pretty.
super
Totally
adorable.
different.
Put a lot, you can even put some dimensional this stuff, dimensional magic on it, and now it's a charm, you know, and it looks like it's thick, and it looks like you can dangle it from your dangles.
Right. Yeah, these are cool. Now I could.
You could get right with that, huh?
Yeah.
See, maybe it's maybe you want it to have purpose. You know. See, those are awesome.
These are cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like them a lot.
I
Well,
do too.
guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Goodness gracious, I appreciate y'all all hanging out.
And thank you for inviting me. And Leslie, I loved getting to know you. Thanks for taking care of us.
Yes, I enjoyed myself so much. Hopefully I can do this again.
I think Leslie might earn a permanent spot as my DJ in the booth.
Right. As well as...
Hey, and if any other creators needs a moderator, I'm available.
Oh, look.
Be careful what you ask for.
On the live sale next.
That's right. Watch out. We heard it here first. Now it's out on YouTube. It's out on YouTube.
And Meg and Carla will be waiting on those invitations for that retreat.
That's right. They don't live that
Thank
far.
y'all all so much. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Sunday.
Bye, everybody.
Thank y'all.
Take care.
Thank you, guys. Bye.